Okay, I've got the furnace out here, and I've got it warming up. What I'm actually going to do today is season the crucible. So we're still not hot. I'm going to add some borax to it, and I'm going to coat the inside of the crucible to season it so that it will have a longer life. And that's something I just learned about. I almost did not do that, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let me get some borax. Everything I have here is new. So, right. Nice. My spoon. I don't know if I got the wrong spoon or the right spoon, but I got this so I can scoop out slag. Now, I have never done this before, so if somebody's watching this and throwing up question marks about why I'm doing it the way I am, it's because I've only watched a few videos and read on how some others have done this. So I'm going to basically put this borax in here, and it should melt. And after it melts, I'll do all this on video, of course, but after it melts, it'll be liquefied, and I will coat the inside of the crucible, and that should give it more longevity. Well, I've got plenty of borax, so I will just add a bunch in there. Get rid of this. All right, still not too hot, so I'll let that heat. Still cranking up. Give you a look-see. So that should liquefy once that gets hot. I don't know what the temperature is for that, but presumably at some point it will melt, and then I can start to get it coated. Okay, so what I have discovered is that borax has a melting point of 741 degrees Celsius or 1366 Fahrenheit. So what we're trying to do here is season the crucible by melting the borax and giving it a good coating on the inside. And what that should do is prolong the life of the crucible. So see, we're looking for 741. We are coming up close, so once we approach 740, I'll open it up and we'll take a look-see if it's actually melting. And remember to have a second crucible, so we'll go ahead and coat the second crucible as well and get them both seasoned up so we can do some melting. Looks like we have some starting to transform. Looks like it's starting to melt. We're just below, so it looks like we're at the tipping point where it should start to convert from a powder solid into a liquid form. So what I'll actually do is go ahead and get the second crucible ready. Like I said, I don't know exactly how much is the right amount, but here's how I look at it. It's dark, can't tell if that's an Apache or Black Hawk. Don't think it's a Chinook. All right, I'll put one more and call it. I call it a mess. That's what I just did. Okay, so we'll set that there. Clean my mess up. Put my glove on so I don't burn myself. And we're at 755. Let's see what 755 has brought us. Let that heat up a little bit more. Doesn't look like it's quite melted. Then again, maybe I'm doing something completely wrong. We'll come back and see. Okay, looks like we're at just under 900 degrees, and at some point between the 740 and 900 degrees, we finally got melt. So what I'm going to do is pull this out and attempt to coat. It's pretty thick inside there, but looks like it's doing the trick. I have to flip it around backwards so I can't see exactly what's going on, but it should be coating. It does look like there's a nice coat. So I'll place that back. That's definitely liquefied. See how that reacts. Ooh, that comes out. It's pretty hard. What I'm doing here is just attempting to just kind of polish it around the inside. Probably let the heat come up again. As you can see, it kind of gets to a point where it just solidifies. So I will let that heat up again and then coat the inside a little bit more. And I think that I'm actually going to leave this one alone. I'm not going to coat this one. I read somewhere that it's absolutely not a good thing to mix borax with aluminum and aluminum alloys. So I'm going to reserve this crucible for anything that I do with aluminum. So I'll use this one for copper. This one will be for aluminum and aluminum alloys. And I'll research a little bit more about that as I approach. But for now, that's the plan. Okay, so hold on. That's the sound of freedom. F-16s. Okay, so I'm not going to coat that one with borax. However, I am still going to temper that one tonight. So after I'm done with the larger crucible, I'll pull it out, let it cool down, and we'll get started with tempering that one. Okay, here we go. It's interesting. This is kind of got to a point where it's just a big hard chunk. Not sure 100% what to do with that. I think I'll just let it soften down again. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe it normally does that. We will find out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Looks like it's all coated. It's liquefied a little bit better. Trying to do two things with once, and don't know that it's working out really well, but drip, drip, drip. Okay, so I think I may just call it good. Looks like there's some buildup around the top edges. This thing, the heating filament is down in the bottom of this, so it heats up from the bottom, so the top doesn't get quite as hot as the bottom. What I need to do to be smart here is allow this to cool down slowly, and then bring the temperature up again slowly for this one, for the tempering. So I will just let that cool. There's a nice glossy coat. Don't think that I like. That's, oh well. It's a little buildup right at the spout, but as the copper, when I melt the copper, as it passes through there, it'll probably just bead off. Okay, so, and we'll see. All this is experimental. Never done this before, so we'll learn as we go. And I'm sure we'll make some pretty stupid mistakes, but as long as we're safe, then we can keep learning. Okay, so I was going to temper the second crucible tonight, but the temperature outside has dropped relatively significantly, probably 10 degrees in the last 30 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do is plan on doing that tomorrow, and I will just want to touch that handle without a glove. I'm not completely stupid. I'm just going to let this cool down, take its time, and I'll try to clean that off after it's fully cooled off, make it look a little better. But I should be ready to melt some copper with that one tomorrow, and I'll temper the small one tomorrow, and then melt some copper tomorrow in that one, and hopefully I can get my first melted, and we can do that together. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching.